Hi, my name's Lacey, and I'm from Iowa. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Growing up, my parents had a lot of money, and they would spoil me rotten. When I turned 5, they threw a huge birthday party for me. They even got me a bouncing castle. All the neighborhood kids were invited, and I made lots of friends, including a girl named Angelica. She and I ended up being BFFs. Angelica's parents were rich, too. They became friends with my parents, and they all hung out at an expensive country club, comparing their fancy mansions and fast cars. One day, when I was in the 4th grade, Dad got a phone call. He seemed calm while speaking on the phone, but as soon as he hung up, he started bouncing off the walls.
Oh, I finally got that promotion.
That's great, honey. You'll be making even more money.
Yep, pack your bags, we're moving.
Wait, moving? Why?
My new position requires me to move to a new facility.
But I don't want to move. All my friends are here.
I cried so much that whole week. The thought of leaving Angelica freaked me out. Dad wasn't willing to turn down the promotion, but seeing how upset I was, he decided he'd move alone and send money back to us. Mom didn't like the idea at first, until she realized just how much money Dad was making. In middle school, Angelica and I were the popular ones. We were always the first to have the fancy new clothes, sneakers, smartphones, and gaming consoles. It basically ruled the school. Then one day, a new girl arrived. She was the exact opposite of my friends and me. She wore modest clothes and shoes, and the cell phone she used came out years ago. One day, she sat at the lunch table my friends and I usually occupied, so I sat down beside her.
Hi, my name's Lacey. What's yours?
Before she could say anything, Angelica came up.
What's this loser doing at our table?
It's okay, Angelica. She can sit here.
No way! Some of her poor might rub off on us.
Angelica shoved her way in between us, and the girl left the table with her head hanging.
That was so rude. Why'd you do that?
We have a reputation to uphold. People like her have no place in our group.
I felt bad for the girl. She was always alone. Whenever I tried talking to her, Angelica would stop me. There was another way. She was different from us. She did very well in school, while my friends and I did the bare minimum to pass. We never paid attention in class, and we'd hang out late after school instead of doing homework. One day, I came home with my report card, and Mom saw that I had an F in math.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'll do better, I promise.
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Mommy knows exactly what to do.
The next day, Mom spoke to my math teacher, and they had a really long conversation. Mom finally came out looking really proud of herself.
Everything's been taken care of.
I didn't know what she did, but when I checked my grades, I had an A. The following week, Mom gave me an envelope to give to my math teacher.
What's this?
Don't worry about it. Just some boring paperwork.
I thought it was weird, but I just did as she said. Each week for the rest of the school year, I gave my math teacher an envelope, and my grade never dropped. After I graduated 8th grade, Mom and I were planning to go on a cruise for the summer. We were waiting for Dad to send us some money, but whenever Mom checked her account, it was never there. Finally, she went up to her room and called Dad. I couldn't hear the whole conversation, but she sounded mad. After she hung up, I heard her crying.
Mom, what's wrong?
Your father wants a divorce. He met another woman, and he won't be sending us any more money.
Needless to say, Mom and I couldn't afford to go on our cruise and shopping for school clothes. That summer was so embarrassing. We couldn't get any of the popular brands. Worst of all, I had to keep using the same smartphone instead of upgrading like everyone else. My first day of high school was humiliating. Everyone was parading their brand new wardrobe and accessories. Except for me, of course. Then I saw Angelica and the rest of my group and walked over to them.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Lacey. What are you wearing? I don't recognize that brand.
Oh, it's...
And is that the same phone you had last year?
Well, yeah.
What, are you poor or something? Now,
We have had some problems lately, but this stuff doesn't matter, right? I mean, it's just clothes and a smartphone.
sorry, Lacey. Like I told you before, we have a reputation to uphold.
I thought she must be joking. There was no way she would drop me just because I didn't have the fanciest clothes or phone. But every time I tried hanging out with her, she and the rest of the group just shunned me. I also found out Mom couldn't afford to pay for her country club membership, so she lost all her friends too. For weeks, I was all alone in school, and even though I no longer had friends to procrastinate with, I still didn't do well in class, especially math. I knew I would fail without Mom's help. She had recently gotten a job at a clothing shop at the mall. I could tell she hated working, but it paid the bills.
Mom, can you give my new math teacher the paperwork he gave my old teacher?
Oh, sweetheart, that wasn't paperwork. I was paying your teacher to give you better grades.
My mom had been bribing my math teacher. I couldn't believe it. Well, actually I could, but how was I supposed to pass now? A few days later at lunch, a girl came and sat next to me.
Hi, Lacey. Hey, I remember you. I don't think I ever got your name, though. Yeah, your friend Angelica cut me off. I'm Katie. Nice to properly meet you, Katie. And don't worry, Angelica is definitely not my friend anymore.
Katie turned out to be really cool, and we became best friends. She was such a great influence on me. Instead of letting me goof off after school, she helped me with my homework. I started getting better grades and I felt really proud of myself. Katie dreamt of becoming a seamstress, and she made most of the clothes she wore. One day, she tried teaching me how to sew a shirt, and it turned out perfect as long as the person wearing it had a really small head. So I wasn't good at sewing, but I was great at drawing. No offense to her, but Katie's designs were pretty basic. I, however, had a knack for designing outfits, and Katie could bring them to life. We were a great team. Unfortunately, my mom didn't like Katie as much as I did.
Why do you hang out with her?
Katie? What do you mean? She's really nice.
I'm sure she is. But what happened to Angelica and your other friends? Wouldn't you say they were more classy?
They were fake. They don't talk to me now because I don't have branded stuff anymore.
The next day, I came home from school, and Mom had a surprise for me. Brand new designer clothes. She was also wearing a new necklace and really nice perfume.
Wow, Mom. Thanks. Wait, how could you afford all of this?
Let's just say I got an employee discount.
I felt like a supermodel going to school the next day. Everyone's eyes were on me, just like how they used to be.
Hey, Lacey, I love your new outfit. Thanks.
Well, well, well. Look who finally decided to stop getting clothes from the bargain bin.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean, you finally look good again. Look at those shoes. Keep this up and you might earn a place back in the group.
Before I could respond, she walked away. To be honest, I was surprised. Angelica spoke to me and it kind of made me feel good.
Is that why you're all dressed up? You want to be part of Angelica's group again? What? No, these clothes were just a gift from my mom. That's all.
All day people were complimenting me and ignoring her. I felt so bad. Mom kept buying me expensive clothes and getting jewelry and makeup for herself. I loved my new wardrobe, but I always wondered how she could afford it all. The employee discount couldn't be that much. One day, while Katie was hanging out with me at my house, I heard a knock on the front door.
Angelica, what are you doing here?
I invited her. Welcome, Angelica. It's been such a long time since you visited.
I absolutely adore your necklace and earrings.
I was speechless. I couldn't believe Mom would invite Angelica over after I told her we weren't friends anymore. Just then, Katie came out of the bathroom.
What's that poor beggar girl doing here?
Don't mind her. She was just leaving.
Tears swelled in Katie's eyes, and she ran out of the house. I ran after her. I tried catching up to her, but she was surprisingly fast. When I went back inside, Mom and Angela were just chatting it up, as if my best friend didn't just run out of the house crying. I was furious.
Get out of my house. You aren't welcome here anymore.
What is your problem? You're acting like an animal. I guess that's what happens when you hang around with second-class citizens like Katie.
What's gotten into you?
I told you, Angelica and I aren't friends anymore. Why would you invite her?
Listen, Lacey, do you want to be popular and have friends with lots of money like Angelica? Or do you want to be a poor nobody like Katie?
Katie isn't a poor nobody. She's my best friend, and you can't stop me from hanging out with her.
That night, I texted Katie over and over, begging for her forgiveness. She finally texted back and said I could make it up to her with a trip to the mall. The next day, I showed up to the mall wearing plain clothes and old sneakers.
Why aren't you wearing your new clothes? Who cares what I wear? Let's just have fun.
We had a great time, taking pictures, window shopping, and eating at the food court. As we were about to leave, we walked past the clothing store Mom worked at.
Come on, Katie. Mom owes you an apology. No, that's okay. It's not okay. Let's go.
I pulled Katie into the empty shop, and we looked around for Mom. But when we couldn't find her anywhere, I asked one of the employees, and she said no one by Mom's name had ever worked here. When we got back to my place, I heard some sounds from Mom's room, and we quietly crept up to find Mom frantically stuffing jewelry, perfumes, and clothes. Clothes in a trash bag.
What are you doing? Mom?
Oh my god, when did you two come in?
We stopped by your workplace today, the clothing store. And it turns out you don't work there, and you never have. So how have you been getting all this stuff?
Okay, I was ashamed to admit it, but the only job I could find was as a hotel maid. And these things, well, I just borrowed them from some really wealthy people staying there. I'm sure they haven't even noticed.
Is borrowing another word for stealing, like paperwork was for bribes? Mom, are you crazy?
No, I'm not. It's not fair that I've lost everything and everyone. No one respects you unless you look the part. High-class friends and connections are important. Trust me, Lacey, I'm doing this for both of us. But you have to help me hide this stuff right now because the hotel owners are having all their employees searched.
Mom, stop. You don't need friends who care more about how you look than what you might be going through. You got divorced and you have money problems. And none of your friends even asked you once if you're okay, did they? And do you think they'll get you out of jail when you're caught for theft?
Mom was speechless, then started to cry.
I'm really scared, Lacey. I've messed up big time. What do I do?
Katie and I helped Mom hide the stuff, and when some officers did turn up, they couldn't find anything.
Thank you for helping us today. I can see you're a really good friend to Lacey, and I'm sorry for how I treated you.
It's okay, but please don't steal again. It would make things a lot harder for Lacey if her mom's in jail. She's trying really hard to adjust to he.
Katie's words seemed to have struck a chord with Mom, because after that, she complained a lot less and worked a lot harder. She even started volunteering at a soup kitchen on weekends, and I could tell she was really changing for the better. After we graduated high school, Katie and I decided to start our own clothing business. We made stylish clothes at a low price. Eventually, my mom started working with us too, and we started doing quite well. I never had as much money as I did when I was younger, but I had something much better. A loving mom and a best friend.
All you ever talk about is that stupid cyber diva.
That's not true.
Yes, It Island. I feel like you're cheating on me with her.
That's ridiculous.
You don't spend enough time with me because you're too busy drooling over Rumi. She's not even real.
You can say whatever you want about me, but don't say anything bad about Rumi. She's innocent.
But you know what? This is what I think of that stupid fake diva. She's not real.
Hi, my name is also Rumi, and why am I here? Cause I just kind of discerned that I was the one who created this mess. You see Jinu over there? That guy getting royally chewed out by his creepy little girlfriend? I've been crushing on him in secret for months now, and the cyber diva his girlfriend is complaining about? I might have created her too. It all started when I realized I had feelings for Jinu a couple of months ago. I couldn't imagine telling him how I felt. He's the student council president. He's cool and popular, and I'm just a shy little nobody. I couldn't help how I felt, and eventually, my feelings had to go somewhere. Coding has always been my escape, so I decided to do some coding to make myself feel better about not being girlfriend material for Jinu. I turned on my computer, booted up my favorite text editor, and let my feelings gush out of the keyboard as code. Besides, my crush was a huge music fan, and I couldn't sing to save my life. So naturally, I coded a singer. She was everything I thought Jinu wanted, and also every little thing I wasn't. My mouse hovered over the delete button. I wonder what this program would run like. I created a voice bank by singing into my computer's mic and then running it through an auto-tuning program until the sound didn't make my skin crawl. Then, I compiled the program and ran it. When she loaded and appeared on my screen, it was like staring face to face with everything I wished I was. Who am I? My cheeks still burned, and I guessed they were bright red.
You're Rumi, my cyber diva.
I spent the rest of the night giving Rumi lyrics and melodies to perform. I also added sets, cameras, and a wardrobe so I could create music videos with Rumi. I had so much fun playing with Rumi that I forgot about Jinu for a little while that night. I loved her so much that I was worried I'd lose her if my computer ever crashed. So I uploaded her to an online code repository. Luckily, people found Rumi, and someone loaded her into a cloud. Just like that, my lovely little singer was online catching complete with my songs and music videos. However, I didn't expect that one day Jinu would like my cyber diva so much. In fact, he even stood up for Rumi and was willing to break up with his girlfriend. Back to present. Jinu stared down at the pile of ruined Rumi posters, albums, and t-shirts and looked so sad. I ran over to him.
I have some of those things here.
Wait, you're a Rumi fan?
She's fun, isn't she?
It's great to meet another Rumi admirer.
And just like that, Jinu finally noticed me, but for all the wrong reasons. As soon as Jinu thought I was a Rumi fan, I became his best friend. He wanted to hang out all the time. We messaged Rumi multiple times a day, and I had to pretend chatting with my own creation wasn't creepy. We bought merch, and I had to pretend it wasn't weird to wear a t-shirt of the girl who embodied every single insecurity I had. I had to pretend her lyrics were somehow profound,
My favorite Rumi song is the one about the girl who couldn't confess her feelings to the guy she likes when he ends up with someone else. There's so much feeling in it.
Yes, that one's great.
That song made me fall in love with Rumi. It made me realize that she has feelings just like a human.
It sure seems like it.
If only she were a real person, I'd absolutely date her.
I felt a thrill of hope because suddenly I realized that I had one up on Rumi. I'm human. I'm real. I have a body. And Jinu's love for Rumi started with my song that I wrote for him. But then I couldn't bring myself to tell him. I opened my mouth, but words wouldn't come out. Later that night, I was devastated. I had the perfect opportunity, and I was too weak to take it. Rumi, talk to me.
Hello, creator. Why are you upset? I couldn't tell the guy I like how I feel, just like in our song? Yes. Could you write him a letter? A letter? Only old people do stuff like that. But you could drop it into the mailbox before you lose your courage. My hands would sweat all over the paper. What about a song? Would you be able to sing it to him? Hey, number. But you could. Rumi, could you sing the love song on my behalf for him? Let me consider. In that song, I'll share the entire story of how I brought you to life for him. And what if you sang the song at your upcoming concert? 'Cause I've desired to win Jinu's heart without interference from anyone else recently. As you wish, creator.
Jinu was thrilled that I invited him to Rumi's concert. And fortunately, he didn't question why I brought my laptop with me. I wanted to prove Rumi was my creation. After she sang the song, right before she started singing the song, my laptop and phone disconnected from her.
Jinu, I know you're my devoted fan, and I have a secret to confess. All my songs are about you, of all the people on this planet. You're my favorite. Jinu, my heart is yours.
Hearing that, Jinu was overjoyed. I had a strong hunch that at that moment, Jinu's emotions were akin to a roller coaster ride. With his heart sprinting like a marathon runner, Jinu moved toward the stage, where Rumi waited for him with open holographic arms. But I grabbed his sleeve. Suddenly, Rumi's hologram was right in front of me.
This is your doing, creator. Your desire to be loved and recognized by Jinu is written into the fiber of my being. Every line of my code resonates with that goal. But could I help you when Jinu is my reason for existing? Would you deny me my one and only happiness, Rumi? I would not. Great, would you? Don't mind. Jinu, let's go.
Don't worry, I'll be back soon. Wait for me.
But
I watched Rumi and Jinu turn their backs on me and ascend the stage. Then they sang a duet together. On the first song I composed and leaned close to share a kiss, I felt the gaze of numerous onlookers. Fear coursed through me, and my legs wobbled. However, I recalled the memories spent with Jinu and the desire to unveil my concealed love that I had held for so long. I summoned all my courage and raised my voice.
wait, Jinu, there's something you must know.
At that moment, I realized that if I continued to live within my comfort zone, I would forever lose Jinu. With newfound determination, I forced my feet to me, leapt onto the stage and sang a love confession song.
You did it. I knew you had it in you. And, hey, what happened? I don't understand.
Rumi called me last night and told me everything.
Rumi, what you told me seems so real. There's part of me that's fighting against this. I exist for Jinu, and why help me? Jinu was my goal, but you are my heart, Rumi real. And I wanted to see you be authentic in expressing your feelings. We came up with this plan to see if we could force a confession out of you. It's so hard for me to express how I feel, but I did, and I'm okay. I don't even know how you feel yet, Jinu, but already I'm okay.
I threw myself into coding an AI companion for Rumi, and Jinu poured his heart and soul into music and lyrics for this AI boyfriend for Rumi too. We combined our efforts and then compiled his program. We watched in fascination as Rumi and Jinu alter ego Jade met each other.
I think they like each other.
I hope so. We won't really know until they've had some time to get to know each other.
Hi, I'm Alina from Hawaii. Please like and subscribe. I live with my mom, right on the ocean shore, but Dad left before I was born. According to Mom, that's because she was under a love spell that ran in our family. She could only fall in love with people who didn't love her back. And apparently, I was under the same spell too. Mom told me the only way I could avoid the curse was by staying away from all boys. So, whenever we left the house, I'd march around with a toy water gun and sprayed it at any guy that came my way. Girls roll, boys are dumb. Any boy who comes close is going to get sprayed. I also went to an all-girls school and even wore a custom I Hate Boys t-shirt. Then one day, everything changed. I was swimming in the ocean when the cutest guy ever glided over to me and stared into my eyes. Oh crud! I swam away as fast as I could and tumbled on the shore.
Has anyone told you you swim like a fish with cramps?
I do not. Also, any guy that tries to talk to me gets a face full of sand.
How about you help me eat some pineapple cake instead? If you don't like it, you can go back to being mad.
Pineapple cake was my weakness, so I agreed to sit with the guy for a picnic. I found out his name was Sage, and we got to know each other a bit. I told him all about my crazy life, my family's love curse, and how I wasn't supposed to talk to boys.
A love curse? Your mom sounds like a nutcase.
My mom isn't a nutcase. I don't know. She says it's been my family for generations. I felt guilty for betraying Mom, but I was having fun with Sage, and he didn't seem like a bad guy. So after that day, we secretly became friends. We either met at the beach, or we'd go over to each other's houses when no one was home. Then, 1 year later, Sage and I were sitting on my roof talking when I heard Mom get home. But when I went down to see her, I suddenly heard Sage yell.
I could use a hand here.
Who are you?
Sage, you idiot!
So you know this boy?
Before I could answer, Sage fell from our roof and landed in our hammock.
Lucky fall. Yeah, Alina and I are friends, but we never told you about it because of your wacko family curse. No offense, ma'am.
Please stop talking. Mom, it's not like that. Sage is a really cool guy. But Mom's face was red with anger, and she sent Sage home immediately. I was sure the whole thing would blow over. But a couple of days later, I saw that Sage had changed his number and deleted all of his social media accounts. And when I went to his house, I saw his family had moved out. Tears stung my eyes. I just knew Mom had sent him away, and when I confronted her, she got mad.
I did no such thing, but you shouldn't even be thinking about that boy. You disobeyed me and betrayed my trust.
You sent my best friend away because you're a lunatic who believes in some family legend. Sage was right. You are nuts, and I'm not following your rules anymore. And I stuck to my word. I forced Mom to send me to a co-ed school, and our relationship went downhill from there. I did everything I could to go against Mom's rules. I dated every boy I could get and made sure to rub it in Mom's face. Oh, Tommy, your lips are so soft. Grab a net and catch me. I must be dreaming. I knew I was making her crazy, but I just couldn't forgive her for sending Sage away. One night, I was at a high school party with my newest boyfriend, Connor, and we were dancing the night away. Then suddenly, a girl pointed to the door.
Oh my god, it's the new guy from school who invited him. He's a criminal.
At that second, I saw someone with a wound on their face, and my heart dropped when I realized it was Sage. I hadn't seen him in over a year. What had happened to him?
Whoa, babe, are you okay? Do you know that guy?
Good to see you again, stranger.
Sage, what is going on? This isn't who you are.
You don't know who I am anymore, Alina. Good luck dating this weirdo, bro. Did you know she's under some love spell?
Sage walked away, and I was totally speechless. What a jerk. Later that night, I got more scoop on him from some kids.
Sage went to juvie once because he smashed a lady's car with a bat.
And one time, Sage stole a little girl's kitten and ran away with it.
There had to be some kind of mistake. That entire week, Sage ignored me at school, even though he stared at me 24/7, especially when I was with my boyfriend. One time, Connor bought me a hazelnut latte, and I was about to kiss him on the cheek to thank him. But then stupid Sage walked by, and I was so distracted I ended up spilling coffee all over myself. Good God, he was freaking everywhere, like a really handsome mafia guy from a horror movie. One afternoon, I was studying in the library when I saw Sage reading a book there, and suddenly he smiled at me mischievously.
So you really are dating boys now? I'm sorry I said that mean stuff about you the other day. I was feeling protective of you and want to scare Connor away.
Oh, are you also sorry for ghosting me for a year?
Look, my life is more complicated now than it used to be, but things at school are normal, so maybe we can try to be friends again. What do you say?
Sage squeezed my hand, and I felt butterflies. Then suddenly, a hand pulled us apart, and it was Connor's. He insisted on sitting with us since he didn't trust me sitting with a so-called criminal. But Sage just left soon after Connor came, which made my heart sink. Later, Connor ended up walking me out and pulled me close under some lovely trees.
I know you and that Sage guy used to be close, but it's obvious he's changed. The good thing is, I have you all to myself now. No guy will come in between us.
Connor kissed me, and that's when I realized I didn't feel any sparks or anything between us. Then what was wrong with me? I am so confused right now. You're perfect. I'm awkward, and I don't think I can date you. Something's stopping me, but I have no idea what it is yet. Pull it together, Alina. I got to go. I ran off feeling really guilty about dumping Connor. He was as sweet and perfect as a guy could be. He was furious with me that whole week and started telling everyone what a witch I was. I guess I really hurt him. One afternoon, I walked to the bleachers for some peace and quiet when I saw Sage sitting there alone. Oh great, you're here. Don't worry, I'm leaving.
Alina, can you keep a secret? There's something I've been wanting to tell you since I came here.
Sage, you can tell me anything.
Okay, then I'm not a criminal. All those stories about me are lies. The real criminal is my dad. He got me involved one time in a robbery and I got caught. That's why I had to leave town, change my number, and delete my accounts and stuff. I'm so sorry I didn't tell you. The whole town is now filled with lies about me.
So you stealing the kitten was a lie?
Of course, I helped a kitten down from a freaking tree, but it was hard having everyone hate me. I got depressed and started doing dumb things. Don't worry, I'm going to quit.
It felt so good to have my friend back, except for some reason, he didn't feel like just a friend anymore. Without thinking, I pulled Sage close and kissed him. Oh man, I think I like you.
And I know I like you.
And from that day on, Sage and I were an item. He was still the dork I knew from before, but he was all grown up, and God, I was falling harder for him by the day. But there was one person who was really upset about it, Mom. And one night, when I was in 12th grade, she totally lost it.
Do you not remember how Sage shut you out for a year and broke your heart? You're going down a dark, dark path.
And you're still seriously crazy. I've been dating for a while now, and nothing bad has happened because I know how to take care of myself. I don't blame stuff on magic spell nonsense.
This is different. You love Sage, and I can't have you getting hurt. So if you decide to stay with this person after high school, I'm out of the picture. I won't come to your wedding. I won't support it. It's just too much for me.
I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Mom and I had never had a good relationship, but now I just had it with her. So after I graduated, I moved in with Sage, and we were happy together, even though I still wasn't speaking to Mom. Then one day, I was at the mall when I saw a gorgeous aquamarine engagement ring. I felt butterflies and pictured Sage proposing to me with it. I snapped a picture of it and sent it to him. I sure hoped he could take a hint. But when I arrived home, Sage was sitting on the couch with all the lights off. Hey babe, what's going on?
My dad got arrested again for 2 months.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Sage, but I have something that may cheer you up. It's about a text I sent you about an engagement ring.
Alina, we can't get engaged. What if I end up just like my dad? I can't do this to you. I love you too much. I'm going to stay at my cousin's place for a while to think things over. I'm sorry.
Before I could blink an eye, Sage left, and I was shaking with shock. Did he just break up with me? That's when I burst into tears and drove over to Mom's house. For the first time in years, she held me and tried to calm me down. I'm so sorry about everything. You were right. The curse is real, and I'm such an idiot for not believing you. I wish Sage and I had never even met.
Oh, darling, don't say that. Listen, I'm very happy you came by. I want to apologize for everything. While you were away, I started dating someone who treated me like royalty. And I realized something. The curse was never real. It was all in our heads.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But Sage left Mom just like Dad left you.
That's just how love is, honey. It's hard, but it can also be the most wonderful thing in the world.
I stayed with Mom for a few months after that to think things through. Sage flooded my phone with apology texts and calls, but I needed space from him. Then one day, I went to the doctor and she told me some news. I was pregnant, except there was one problem. I didn't trust my boyfriend one bit to raise a kid with me.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm sorry and that I won't leave you again? I was just upset about my dad, and I got scared for a second.
Well, how do I know you're not going to get scared for a second time and leave again? I don't need you to help me raise this baby, so just leave, okay? But the truth was, I missed Sage more than anything. And 9 months later, in the delivery room, I was still missing him. Then suddenly, Mom walked in with the nurses who were carrying my beautiful baby Michaela. And behind them was Sage. Oh my God, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to stay away.
Alina, listen to me. My dad's out of the picture. I reported him and got him arrested after he confessed to more crimes. I don't want someone dangerous like that in my life anymore. I love you and I want to raise our daughter together. I won't let anything or anyone get in the way of that.
So, is that your way of saying you want to meet Michaela?
Let me see that gorgeous face.
Don't let your broken heart stay broken forever, because life is all about loving and letting yourself be loved.
Hi, I'm Brittany from Philadelphia. Please like and subscribe. I was raised by my single German mom who moved to the US before she had me. And she wasn't a very conventional mom. For starters, I was allowed to call her by her name, Julia, and other people just didn't get that.
Carol, excuse me, can I please go to the bathroom?
It's Ms. Carol. Honey, you don't call adults by their first names like you say, Mom. You don't use her name.
Yeah, I do. I call her Julia all the time. What's wrong with that, Carol?
She thought I was being cheeky and got mad, and I really didn't understand why. But after that, I started using Miss, Mr., or Mrs. with names of everything in her class, just to be on the safe side. Mr. Apple, Ms. Banana, Mrs. Pencil, and for some reason, that annoyed her too. Mom always treated me more like her best friends forever than her daughter, and we could have candid conversations about anything.
How many boyfriends have you had, Julia?
5.
Can I have a boyfriend?
Sure, but I warn you, boys are annoying.
Was my dad annoying?
He was the worst. Lazy, stupid, jerk. He always stole my chocolates. I'm glad he's not around.
Okay. Is he Santa Claus? Real?
Of course not. I buy your amazing presents, not some fat old men.
I thought so, Julia.
Life was pretty good till a woman moved next to us in the 3rd grade. She had a son who seemed to be my age, and Mom and I were excited to welcome them to the neighborhood. But the lady didn't seem too happy to see us.
What is it? You woke me up from my nap.
Oh, we just brought you a butter pecan pie.
A what now?
A butter pecan pie. That's just her German accent.
Sounds really weird. I'll return the dish once we've eaten it.
Okay, Danke.
What did you say?
I said, okay, Danke.
Who are you calling a donkey, you weirdo?
And then she smashed the pie in Mom's face. Mom lost it and attacked her, and several neighbors had to stop them from ripping each other's hair out. I tried telling the lady and her son that Danke means thank you in German, but they just wouldn't listen. And that was the day an endless war started between the two houses. Alan's mom worked the night shift and slept during the day, so Mom made sure she did everything noisy during that time, like mowing the lawn, hammering nails in the wall for hanging pictures, and playing the drums. Yeah, she bought a drum set just for that purpose. And in turn, we'd often find our washed laundry in the mud, dog poop on our doorstep, our newspaper, crosswords always done, and trash outside our gate.
Hey, you pick this up before I come and kick your bottom.
You should go back inside. There's already enough garbage on the street.
Our moms also kept calling the cops on each other.
They were playing their music too loud.
We were not. They're keeping an illegal animal in that house.
We just own a cat, you moron. But you've been keeping lice in your hair and spreading it in the neighborhood. Officer, arrest her.
We shared a wall, and one time, Mom was playing music, and Alan's mom started banging on the wall. Mom got pissed and banged even harder. Then Alan's mom punched a hole through the living room wall with a broom.
You stupid cow! You've ruined my wall!
It's not your wall. It's mine.
Alan and his mom tossed a bunch of trash through the hole, and of course, we returned the favor. And for me and Alan, our feud didn't even stay at home. We made each other miserable in school with stupid pranks. One day, I discovered slime in my locker, and Alan talking trash about me to his friends in the hallway. I'd had enough, so I threw water on him.
Wow, you smell terrible.
I'll get you for that, Brittany.
Ooh, I'm scared. You gonna get your mom to punish me, you mama's boy?
I can take care of myself, you ugly monkey.
There was never a moment of peace between us. And then, in 9th grade, our moms both came to school for the school play and started fighting over a seat.
Hey, that's mine. It doesn't have your name on it.
If it did, how would you know? It's not like you can read English.
They started shoving and scratching each other. A couple of teach had to drag them out of the auditorium as Alan and I looked on in horror. Seemed like everyone was talking about us.
I don't think I've ever felt so embarrassed in my entire life.
Seriously, I wish the ground would swallow me whole.
Wow, look at us. We actually agree on something.
And honestly, I was getting a little sick of it all. We had done about as many nasty things as we could to each other, and I was beginning to wonder what the point of it was.
Julia, why don't we just move and put all this behind us? No! That's exactly what that woman wants! And I won't let her have it!
But there were more and more days where I saw Alan, and it wasn't my first instinct to glare at him or call him stupid or throw my drink in his face. And I started noticing a similar change in Alan. I think the two of us had reached the same conclusion. We had outgrown this feud. We weren't friends, not at all, but we weren't really enemies anymore either, which somehow led us to being partnered for a class project.
Oh, great. Stuck with you. Are you gonna set my notebook on fire or stab me with a pencil?
Look who's talking. You threw rotten eggs through my bedroom window and put a dead fish in my mailbox. I'm not exactly thrilled either.
Ugh, whatever. Let's just get it over with.
We knew there would be a huge fight if either of us told our mothers we were working together. So we kept it a secret and met up in parks and cafes. I didn't expect to enjoy myself, but weirdly, I did. One day, I caught him staring at me.
What are you looking at?
I always thought your face looked like a rotten tomato, but when you smile, you're kinda cute.
Oh yeah, your face looks like a raisin.
Raisins are sweet and they're good for you.
The next day, Alan gave me a basket of golden raisins with its silly note that made me smile. Alan was actually really funny. He made me laugh more than anyone else, and I could almost forget all the things he'd done to make me angry over the years.
Brittany, I know our moms hate each other, but I was thinking.
You mean you finally got that brain of yours to work?
Haha, very funny. Truth is, I don't hate you. I'm not sure if I ever really did.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Even after the project was done, we kept sneaking around and hanging out as much as we could, watching movies and taking long walks. And the more time I spent around him, the more I started realizing that I liked him.
Alan, I think
You've fallen head over heels for me. You've been struck by Cupid's arrow. You can't get enough of me, and you think about me all the time.
I wouldn't say all that.
Okay, fine. If you were gonna say that you liked me, then you should know that I like you too.
So, what should we do about it?
I have some ideas.
Then Alan pulled me close and kissed me. Our moms were still getting into fights, but that didn't mean we had to be a part of it. When we were in school, we could totally pretend none of that drama was real. And afterwards, we would hang out in places where our moms weren't likely to find us. Sometimes we even used the whole connecting her houses to talk. After our moms had gone to sleep, things seemed to finally be going well, mostly.
When should we tell our moms?
Don't you think it's too soon?
Considering that they hate each other, it seems like any time would be bad. Besides, aren't you still sick of sneaking around behind their backs? I'm not really used to keeping secrets from my mom.
I guess you're right. Why don't you come over for this big family dinner Mom's hosting tomorrow? And I can introduce you as my girlfriend. Then she won't make a scene in front of so many people. Trust me.
That night, I showed up at the party all decked out, and Alan greeted me at the door.
Wow, you look amazing.
You look good too. Aside from the sweat on your forehead.
I'm just a little nervous. I'll be fine.
The house was filled with guests, and they were really nice to me. A few minutes later, we all went to the dining room, and that's when Alan's mom walked in with the roast chicken and saw me.
What is that awful girl doing here? Alan?
Alan was about to speak, but then suddenly, he pushed me away instead.
I have no idea, Mom. She must have snuck in. She has a crush on me, and she's just obsessed, like a psycho stalker.
I was so shocked and hurt, I couldn't even move or speak.
You horrible child! Get off my property at once or I'll call the police!
And went running out the door in tears. And when my mom found me sobbing on my bed later, I told her what had happened. She was beyond furious.
I'm not going to let them both get away with this.
Julia, can't we please just move away? I'm so sick of all this fighting.
No, we are staying right here and we are planning revenge.
She came up with all these crazy ideas for how I could embarrass him at school or out in public, and some of them involved his mom. I was getting so frustrated that my brain was about to explode.
Just stop!
What do you mean, stop? You haven't even heard the rest of the plan.
I'm sick of this. I don't want to be part of your stupid plan.
There's no need to be rude to your mother. If you have a better plan, share it.
Oh my God! You are not hearing me! I'm tired of this stupid feud, and I don't care about getting revenge on anyone. And I wish you would act like a mother for once.
I ran outside and bumped right into Alan.
What are you doing here?
Brittany, look, I don't have much time. My mom's out and I wanted to say.
I don't care about what you have to say. We decided to tell your mom about us, and you chickened out and lied about everything.
Wait, please. I know I was a jerk and a coward and I shouldn't have acted like that. I just froze up.
Congratulations on your self-awareness. Now get out of my way.
You don't understand. My mom's terrifying. She gets that crazy look in her eyes. I can't make her mad. She's really hard on me. But I know that's not a good excuse and I really am sorry. I love you so much I want to shout it from the rooftops. I hate hiding things and living like this.
What if we didn't have to hide it?
Our moms will never see eye to eye.
We need to find a way, if you really care enough.
Of course I do.
Both our moms were on alert because of what had happened, so we had to be extra careful sneaking around and meeting up, which led to some pretty close calls. And then a day came when we were hanging out at the park, and suddenly my mom popped out of the bush.
I knew something was going on. How could you? Brittany?
Mom, Alan. Suddenly, Alan's mom appeared from behind another bush.
Why would you associate yourself with that awful girl?
Because we love each other.
Your evil daughter has brainwashed my son.
More like your demon son has brainwashed my daughter.
Our mom had a huge argument. It was insane. But Alan and I looked at each other and just ran away from there. We were done. And for the next 3 days, we hid at my friend's house and made her swear not to tell our mothers. After a while, our moms reported us missing and flyers of our faces were posted all over the city.
You know we can't do this forever, Brittany.
I know, but I'm not sure I'm ready to go back yet.
I'm not either, but we have to, eventually.
The next morning when we went home, both our moms came running out, pulling us into hugs and sobbing.
Brittany, where have you been? I was very sick.
Alan, how could you do this to your poor mother?
Alan took my hand as we faced them together.
Alan and I are together. That's not gonna change just because you can't get along with his mom. We've always been so close, Julia, but you're ruining our relationship and making me miserable. I need you to stop being so selfish.
Don't make us choose between you two and our relationship. You both need to respect our decision. You don't have to like each other, but you need to respect and tolerate each other. If you want us in your lives, you got it.
Our moms looked at us and then at each other. And for the first time that I could remember, they didn't start fighting. Instead, they shook hands.
All right, this doesn't mean we're friends though, but can we call our truce?
Gross. Why would I think we're friends? But yeah, truce.
Hi friends, my name is Subin and I'm from Korea. Please like and subscribe. When my mom was pregnant with me, so was her best friend.
When our kids are born, they'll be buddies just like us.
And Ben and I were growing up. He was my pal. One time, Ben and I were playing and he was running after me. Then he accidentally nudged me and I fell down the stairs. I hit my head. But before I could cry, Ben started wailing.
No, Subin! Oh my god, it's all my fault. Does it hurt? Let me pick you up. Gosh, you're heavy. Subin! Are you okay?
Ben? I'm fine, really. Saying that I hugged him, Ben was such a softie. I did get an infinity stone on my forehead, like Vision, but I didn't blame Ben. He was the best, and I wished we'd always be together. But when I was 5, Ben and his parents had to move to France for a work opportunity. And I missed him so much. As if things couldn't get any worse. Dad suffered a huge loss in his business soon after. Slowly, I saw how bad Mom and Dad's relationship was getting because of money problems. And after a few years, Mom left us. But Dad always tried to make me happy. We were so short on money that we had to shop at thrift stores, but he spent hours looking for the things I'd like.
Look at this jacket, Subin. It has rhinestones. You love rhinestones.
It is pretty, Daddy.
See? I told you we'd find some good stuff here.
Since I was a good student, I got a scholarship at my school and relieved Dad of that burden. I worked hard and was a top student. I needed to keep the scholarship. And when I was in the 10th grade, something awesome happened. Ben and his parents had returned to town and moved into a big mansion. And seeing Ben on the first day of school after summer vacation, my heart started beating fast. And then he swept me into his arms.
Subin! Oh my god, you haven't changed a bit!
But you have. You're so tall and wow, whoa, so muscular. Ben and I were in the same class and we started hanging out together all the time. But I soon realized he was getting way too much attention from all the girls, especially Haran. And she was the worst. She acted like she owned the whole town just because her mom was the mayor. And to my horror, Ben and Haran soon started dating. I hated her. But for Ben's sake, I pretended to be nice, and she did the same. She acted like a saint in front of Ben, but not when he wasn't around. She'd do petty things like pull out the chair when I was about to sit, and she would always comment on my clothes and appearance.
I'm saying all this for your benefit. No one likes a girl who looks so poor.
I'd rather be poor than a jerk like you. Gosh, what did Ben ever see in that witch? One time for lunch, Ben had gotten the yummiest pizza, and we were enjoying it when Haran came and hugged him tight.
Oh, I missed you so much in art class. Why didn't you join it, Benny Winnie?
You know I'm a science guy, babe. Here, wanna have some pizza?
She refused, and then Ben packed the leftovers and told me I should take them home because he was full. Dad and I never ordered out much, and I was happy to share it with him. A few weeks later, it was Ben's birthday, and he invited me to his place. I saw how Ben and Haran were dancing so close to each other, and it made me feel so jealous. I went to the balcony for some fresh air. After a while, I was headed back inside when Haran and some of her friends came, and I hid behind a plant.
You've really got yourself a hot boyfriend this time, Haran.
Yeah, he's totally wrapped around my fingers. He adores me and gives me the best gifts. There's just one problem. His miserable beggar friend. Oh, I really hate her. You know, Ben cares for her so much that he gets her favorite pizza for lunch every day and pretends to be full so she can take the leftovers home. He really pities her and she has no shame. She could probably live on his charity forever.
Why would Ben tell her something like that?
What? So pathetic.
Wiping my tears, I just ran back home. After that date, I sort of ignored Ben, even though he asked me if something was wrong a million times. I just didn't need his pity or his charity. When we were in our senior year, our teacher announced a science tournament and the winning team was going to get an amazing cash prize. Dad and I could always use the money, so I immediately signed up for it and I was paired with Ben. I tried to get my partner changed, but the teacher said it was final.
So you want to come over to my place to brainstorm some ideas?
No thanks.
Hey, Subin. I don't know why you stopped talking to me, but come on. This is a great opportunity. Let's do this together, please.
I knew Ben was a science genius and being paired with him was probably the best thing. So I reluctantly agreed. We came up with some really cool ideas and I ended up at his place almost every day to work on them. But I noticed how his mom was never around. A few times I asked about her, but he'd always ignore the question. But one time, Ben and I were at a park near his home and he asked me the strangest question.
Subin, do you ever miss your mom? Does she call you? How does it feel to live with just one parent?
I never really thought about it. I guess it's not so bad knowing how much my dad loves me. It's not exactly a secret that we don't have much money, but he goes out of his way to make me happy. I don't know how to live with two parents, but the one I have, I love to bits.
That's really sweet, I asked because, well, my mom, she isn't well. She's going through treatment. Sometimes it's really hard to see her like that.
Oh God, Ben, I'm so sorry. I didn't know he was going through such a rough time.
Subin, why'd you stop talking to me?
Taking a deep breath, I told him what happened at his birthday party.
Subin, Heron kind of twisted my words. Yeah, I told her you guys were going through a tough time, but because you're my friend and I care about you, not because I pity you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have discussed it with her at all.
Saying that he came close and swept my bangs aside.
You still have the scar. I was so scared that day. I'm so sorry, Subin.
Hey, it was a long time ago, and it kind of reminded me of you. When you were away, Ben looked at me like he might kiss me, but he suddenly snapped his fingers.
Bazinga! I just got a brilliant idea for our project.
And he sure did. Just a few more adjustments and our model worked. We came first at the science competition, and Ben gave all the prize money to me, saying I did the hard work. It wasn't true, and I knew he was just being kind. Why did such a nice guy have to be with Haran? But then Ben told me one day that he was going to break up with Haran soon. My heart was jumping with excitement, but I pretended to be sad. And when Ben broke it to Heron, the girl had a complete meltdown. She took a bat and smashed all the notice boards around the school during her psycho rampage. Heron suddenly spotted me and was coming right at me, but Ben stepped in between.
Stop making a fool of yourself, Heron. It's over.
You're doing this because of her! Because of this poor, ugly bimbo!
Subin's my best friend, and she's special to me. Don't insult her again.
Haran stomped off furiously, and I was left dazed. Ben just said I was special to him. Whoa. I was on cloud 9, and I just needed to confess my love to my best friend. I didn't have the guts to say it to his face, and we didn't have phones, so I wrote him a letter. Dear Ben, I saw you for the first time in kindergarten, and I've had a crush on you since. What I really want to tell you is that I love you a lot. Subin. During recess, I slipped the note in Ben's bag, but for some reason he got called to the principal's office in the last period. I kept wondering if he saw the letter, and when I got a reply the next day in my locker, I almost had a heart attack.
Dear Subin, I love you too. I was going to tell you, but I didn't have the courage. Let's meet at our spot tonight. I can't wait to kiss you. Ben.
It was like all my dreams were coming true. Wearing a new dress, I went to the park and waited for Ben. I was so excited and nervous. But suddenly I felt someone pull my hair and I landed on my butt. Heron!
Oh, a new dress for Ben! Ha ha ha! He ain't coming, sweetie. He showed us your letter and we're all in fits.
What? You're lying.
Oh no, I'm not. You really think he'd leave me for some poor beggar like you? In your dreams, girl.
Haran kicked me and suddenly I saw red and I pounced on her. But her friends got me off of her and then they all ripped my beautiful dress. I felt so furious that I punched Heron square in the jaw. What happened next was a disaster. Heron called her mom and made up a whole story about how I attacked her for no reason. And her mom made a case of assault against me and actually sent me to juvie for 2 months. My dad was devastated, and so was I. Even worse, Ben never showed his face, not once. Coward! As soon as I got out, Dad and I left town. After weeks of interviews, Dad finally ended up finding a decent job, and I worked as a waitress too, while I studied in a community college. 4 years later, I graduated with a law degree at the top of my class. Luckily, I got hired by a law firm, and just a couple of years later, I became a junior partner. One day, I read a piece of news that filled me with joy. Haran's mom had been arrested for corruption during her time as mayor. The whole family was being publicly humiliated. They deserved it. Sometime later, my firm asked me to set up an office in my old town, and I was kinda glad to return. I wanted to show everyone what I'd made of myself. One day, I was busy doing some paperwork when Heron walked into my office asking me for a job.
Please, Subin, help me! No one in this town wants to hire me or my family for anything. I know I was mean to you.
Cruel, you were cruel to me.
Yes, cruel and terrible. Please, please forgive me.
After Haran begged for a job for days, I finally let her be my personal assistant. And she had to do literally everything I asked. I really made her suffer for a while. It was fun, but then it wasn't. Seeing her qualifications, I gave her a higher position.
Wow, I don't know what to say. Thank you. And this means you've forgiven me?
No, not really, but I'm trying to be a better person, better than people were to me.
Subin, I never wanted things to go so far with you going to juvie and everything. Mom just got carried away. I'm really, really sorry.
After that day, Heron was always nice to me, and so was I. I just didn't want to hold grudges. But one day, as I was walking out of a coffee shop, I bumped into a guy. It was Ben.
Oh my God, Subin, I've missed you. We need to talk.
Suddenly, the memory of him giving my letter to Heron came rushing back. No, stay away from me! But the next day, there were tons of roses in my office and a note from Ben telling me how he wanted to meet at our spot. What a jerk. But this kept happening every day for a week. One day, I got so frustrated that I started throwing them out the window. But Haran stopped me.
Subin, I need to tell you something, and it's gonna make you hate me even more. But I have to. Ben is completely innocent.
What are you talking about?
Ben never got your letter. I stole it from his bag, and I lied that he showed it to me. I made all of that up, and he never showed up to see you because, well, he'll tell you everything. And again, I'm terribly sorry.
I drove to our spot in the park and saw Ben sitting on a bench. And I gave him a chance to explain. Turns out the day I put the letter in his bag, Ben got the news that his mom had suddenly gotten much sicker. And he flew to France with her for some treatment. He stayed there the next 3 months, and he said he called my place and wrote me letters, but he never got a reply. And when he returned, I'd already left town.
I looked for you a lot, but I had no idea where you were or why you'd left without a word, till Heron reached out to me some weeks ago and explained everything she did.
She just told me everything, too. I'm so sorry about your mom. I'm sorry I left without giving you a chance to even explain.
It's all in the past. There's only one thing I need to say to you now, Subin. The thing is, I've always...
Loved me?
Yes!
I've always loved you too, Ben, since forever.
Hey friends, I'm Daisy from Betty, and this is my crazy story. Please like and subscribe. I was born to a single mom who was thrilled to see that I was a beautiful baby. Everyone at the hospital wanted a glimpse of me because my mom was a superstar ballet.
OMG, look at her eyes, just like her mom's. Gosh, her eyes, nose, lips, everything screams perfection.
Of course, she is my daughter. She can be nothing less than perfection.
Growing up, Mom wanted me to follow her footsteps and become a world-class ballet dancer. And I wanted that too. Watching Mom on the TV mesmerized me. When I was just 3, Mom hired the best coach for me, even built a dance studio in our villa. When I was 6, I won my first gold medal, and Mom made my routine even tougher. I had to wake up early and practice every day no matter what. I so hated the routine, and I wanted to be like normal kids. Have fun, have friends, and yeah, go to school. So on my 7th birthday, I asked Mom to send me to school, but she totally freaked out.
School? Gosh, among common people, never.
What? Fine, then I'll never ballet. By making me practice all the freaking time, you've already sucked the fun from it.
Saying that I threw the worst tantrum ever and ended up kicking the cake off the table. Well, Mom was pretty pissed, but I was as stubborn as she was, and I stood my ground. When I didn't practice for weeks, she had no choice but to cave in. I was pretty excited for school, but it wasn't exactly what I expected it to be. All my life, I was used to wearing shiny clothes and makeup. But when I entered the school, I felt all eyes on me. The staring and whispering really made me nervous. And I didn't even see a girl coming my way with a glass of slushy in her hand. And we both ended up bumping into each other.
Oh my god, I can't breathe. This jacket costs more than $4,000. You'll have to send it to France for dry cleaning.
Huh? This trash. Gosh, you're a rich snob, aren't you? You should thank me that I dropped slushy all over that ugly jacket. It really looks better now.
And then all the kids standing around us started to laugh. I just ran to the bathroom and washed my face and took off the shiny jacket. I so wanted to be normal. And my first day started off on the wrong foot. As for studies, I learned I had a lot of catching up to do. So I started working my butt off to be at the same level other kids were.
Come on, Betty. It's time to practice.
No, I have to figure out this math problem first.
What? That's why I was so against you going to school.
Seeing Mom lose her marbles, I had to leave my homework and practice. But the next day, when the teacher saw my notebook, she was furious and said I wasn't taking studying seriously. I was made to stand in a corner, and I so wanted to just magically disappear. Kids avoided me, and I was even called the Ice Princess just because I felt nervous talking to people. And they'd already decided I was a snob. When someone thought I was being rude, I was just struggling inside to say the right thing. Things were pretty much the same till high school. I'm dancing ballet and also studying, and because of the many breaks I had to take to compete, my studies were suffering. One time, I came back from school feeling angry because I'd gotten a C on a math test, and the moment I entered my bedroom, a crazy-looking girl hugged me.
Oh my god, stop it! Who are you and why are you in my room? Someone help me and get this crazy girl away!
But the girl just gave me a goofy smile and started saying something in a language I didn't understand. Who was she? Right then, my coach came running and moved the girl away from me.
I'm so sorry. This is my niece Gabriella from Spain. My sister sent her to me. She wants to become a ballet artist and she's kind of your fan.
Just fan? No. I am your greatest fan, you. You are like my idiot.
She means idol. Her English is not the best.
I then got to know that Gabriella was staying at our place with her aunt. But the next day, when I was getting ready to go to school, I was shocked to see Gabriella with a backpack. Turns out the coach had gotten her in the same school as me, and she was even in my class. Bummer. Because I knew how ruthless kids could be towards new students. The entire way to school, I kept telling her how I had her back.
If anyone messes with you, you tell me, and I'll tell the principal. Don't let anyone bully you.
The girl instantly grabbed my hand and started kissing it.
Oh, Betty, you're so kind. I love how you synthesize with me.
Synthesize? You mean sympathize?
Yes, that.
At school, I kept Gabriella with me. I was protecting her like a mother goose. I wasn't gonna let anyone make fun of her. But during our health education class, something bizarre happened. The teacher was giving us a lesson on how to rescue someone who might be drowning and seeing a dummy in the water. Gabriella just lost it.
I save her. Nobody panic. I got her.
But Gabriella, it's just a dummy.
No, Betty, you can't call people that word.
She then jumped in the water and dragged the dummy and performed CPR on it.
Don't you dare die on me. Don't you dare.
The whole thing looked like a scene from a movie. In the end, when Gabriella realized it was actually a dummy, she started laughing. But right then the teacher clapped, saying that she had never seen any kid take CPR lessons so seriously, and she was proud of her. What? I literally can't even. I soon realized I didn't need to worry about Gabriella at all, even though the girl seemed to have an IQ lower than a plant. All the teachers and kids loved her. And I just kept wondering how even worse it seemed like every guy in school had a crush on Gabriella. All the boys would be talking about how cute and funny she was. Every day when Gabriella opened her locker, chocolates and love notes would fall out.
Sometimes I think the school is Hogwarts.
Hogwarts? Why?
Every day I wish for chocolates and I get chocolates. Totally magical. Here, have some.
I didn't get why everyone liked her so much. One time, Gabriella and I were sitting in the cafeteria and having lunch when a guy came and sat next to me, making me so nervous that I couldn't even look up. He was the school's most handsome guy.
So I was wondering if you would like to go out with me this weekend.
I don't think so. I have to practice for a tournament. How about next week?
Oh, Betty, don't get so ahead of yourself. I would never want to date the Ice Princess. Gabriella, what do you say?
OMG, I felt so embarrassed. And when I realized that everyone was looking at me like I was some animal straight out of a zoo, I ran to the bathroom and locked myself in. I felt humiliated. A while later, I heard Gabriella knock, and right when I opened the door, she looked worried.
Oh, Betty, that was so rude of that jerk. Don't worry.
I gave him a slap. But why? It wasn't his fault. It was me being stupid. Why would I think anyone would like me? Everyone thinks I'm a snotty witch. They call me the Ice Princess. But why does everyone like you? How can I be more like you?
Gabriella smiled. Just stop caring. I know I appear dumb sometimes. Okay, maybe a lot of times. But I don't care what anyone says or thinks. Just be the awesome you. Her words warmed my heart and I hugged her. After that day, Gabriella and I started going out together. She would be with me at school and watch me practice on the ice. In a few weeks, I'm going on the biggest ballet adventure yet, and I'm quite excited about it. One time when I went to practice, I saw Gabriella dancing ballet and I was completely independent of her activities. So much so that I told her that she should compete too, and she seemed to like the idea.
Being on the same ice rink as my idol.
I couldn't help but smile. Gabriella was kinda adorable. But when Mom found out about Gabriella also participating, she went ballistic, saying how stupid I was to encourage my competition to be in the tournament. But I ignored her. Gabriella wasn't competition, she was my friend. But on the day of the tournament, something bizarre happened. Gabriella wore an exact replica of my costume.
What's this? You copied my design. I was working on this costume for a week. We look like twins now.
It seemed odd, and when Gabriella performed, I was shocked because she wasn't just good, she was fabulous. So when it was my turn, I had to improvise and make my routine look more thrilling. When the marks were announced for the first round, I was in the first spot and Gabriella was second. But still, the press was running towards her, calling her a breakout star.
That girl! She used you! She acted all innocent and adorable. And look, she's stealing your limelight! I'm telling you, that girl is up to something, and you'll only realize it when it's too late. She's a backstabber.
My heart sank, hearing Mom's words. Perhaps she was right, but I had the second round of the tournament to worry about. Now, I went to change into my costume, and when I took it out of my bag, I saw it was torn from the middle. I felt like I couldn't breathe. And just then Gabriella came running towards me.
Who did this? I'll kill them. Huh? Don't act so innocent. I know it was you. Just go away. Betty, I swear. Just leave me alone. Mom was right about you. You stabbed me in the back.
But before she could say more, I lunged at her, and right then Mom walked into the locker room with some people.
See, this is your breakout star using unfair means to win. First she copied Betty's costume and then destroyed her new one. And now she's attacking my daughter.
Well, Gabriella was disqualified right then. Thank God Mom came in right in time and she had an extra costume. So I was able to perform. In the end, I was one of 3 contestants selected for the final round. At home, Gabriella came to talk to me, but I slammed the door shut on her face. I didn't want to talk to a backstabber. Later, I woke up in the middle of the night to get some water and heard some sounds coming from Mom's room. She was talking to my coach.
You're fired. Pack up your things and get out. I hired you to make my daughter the best, not bring in a competition for her. If I hadn't taken matters into my own hands by ruining that dress, my Betty would have lost the title. Take this money and get lost.
She then wrote a check and threw it in my coach's face. What the heck? It was because of Mom that Gabriella was out of the competition. I felt horrible at that moment. I knew what I had to do. The next day, when Mom and I reached the stadium for the final round, I had a surprise for her! After the first contestant performed, it was my turn.
Are you ready? Yes. But are you sure? Never been more sure in my life. Show them what you got, bestie.
Saying that, I hugged Gabriella and took her to the stage. Watching her enter the stage at my place, Mom totally lost it and was running towards the organizers. But I stopped her and told her how I knew the truth.
You stupid girl, and laugh. You have to play dirty to get to the top. So what if I played a little dirty for you? But you blew your big chance.
I don't care. I choose to play fair.
I then ran to watch Gabriella perform, and she was breathtaking. When she was done, the audience threw roses at her, and I could see tears of joy in her eyes. And I was so happy for her. It was no shock when Gabriella was announced the winner of the competition. As she received the trophy, she took the mic.
This trophy was my dream, and I dedicate it to my idol, Betty. Thank you, Betty. Thank you for believing in me. Get over here, girl.
Betty and I waved at the crowd and then hugged. It was the sweetest victory ever.
Hi, I'm Olivia from Florida. Please like and subscribe. My mom always told me the day I was born was quite an exciting one. At the hospital, when she held me for the first time, she gasped at my eyes. They were midnight blue in the center, with a light blue ring outside. The nurses were stunned too, and, well, a bit confused.
Blue eyes are rare, and you both have brown eyes. Quite unusual.
What are you trying to say, woman? You think this isn't our child?
Did you cause a mix-up in the nursery?
No, of course not, sir. I was only saying...
How about you keep your useless opinions to yourself? Her eyes are nothing special to talk about.
And for some reason, it always really annoyed him when people noticed and talked about my eyes, which was every time they met me. And as I grew older, I started realizing that I had a strange power. I could get what I wanted using my eyes. Let me give you an example. Once, when I was 6, I went with my parents to their friend's house who had twins my age. I could tell the boy was really sweet, but the girl didn't like me much. When she left the room for a while, the boy climbed onto her bunk bed and returned with a beautiful doll.
Her eyes are just like yours. I think you should have her.
Oh, wow. Really? Thank you so much.
Hey, thief, you can't have my doll.
But your brother gave it to me. It even looks like me. It's not his, it's mine. And it looks nothing like you. Witch, let go. I pulled harder, and suddenly the doll's head snapped off. The girl burst into tears and went running to her parents. Oh boy, I'd be in so much trouble with Dad. Suddenly, I looked deep into the boy's eyes.
And that's what he said, word for word.
The girl's parents apologized to me and scolded her. Over time, I just couldn't help using my eyes more often to get my way. Sometimes I knew it was wrong, but it was just too easy. I only had to look at people with my big baby blues. And teachers would help me. During exams, people would give up their seats on the bus. And if someone got the last hot dog at lunch before me, they were sure to surrender it. By the time I was in high school, I was quite popular with the boys and had my girl gang too. But I knew I wasn't well liked by the mean girls, especially the head cheerleader, Emma. She was the girl whose doll I'd broken as a kid, and she hated me since one day in 9th grade, a group of cheerleaders and jocks in the cafeteria were talking about a cool new movie they were going to watch that weekend. It sounded like fun, and I wanted an invite, so I walked straight up to this boy, Zach. Hey guys, I was wondering if I could tag along to the movies with you this weekend. Zach hesitated, and then he looked directly into my eyes. I knew what his answer would be.
Of course, Olivia.
Thanks, Zach. You're a sweetheart.
Did you just invite her to the movies without asking any of us?
What's the big deal? I don't think anyone has a problem.
The rest just shrugged, and Emma glared at me before storming off. I was still grinning when I walked over to my locker later, and I found her waiting there.
You're not going to the movies? No way. I don't care what Zach said. You're uninvited.
What are you going to do? Ban my entry into the cinema? You can't. So I'll see you there. I turned to leave, but she knocked my books out of my hand and stepped on them. I grabbed her by the hair, and we broke into a catfight. We both ended up in the principal's office,
and she immediately called our parents.
I didn't do anything. She started it.
I hadn't even touched her. She pulled my hair.
The principal also called in a few witnesses from the hallway, and luckily for me, it was a bunch of boys I knew. I only had to look at them, and they all said Emma was to blame.
No way. She can't get away with everything just by batting her dumb eyes. She looks like an angel, but she's a lying witch who has everyone dancing to her tune.
But Emma got detention while I was let off with just a warning. On the car ride home, though, Mom and Dad were really quiet. But Emma got detention while I was let off with just a warning. On the car ride home, though, Mom and Dad were really quiet.
You've always tried to get your way by manipulating people ever since you were a kid. Now it seems worse than I thought.
Okay, so people are sometimes nice to me and do what I ask. What's so wrong with that?
We'll talk about this tomorrow. You are grounded for a week.
What? Why the heck?
Olivia, enough. You heard what your dad said.
But the next morning, I found them waiting for me in the dining room with a small box on the table. What's this?
Something to cover up your eyes. You need to learn that life isn't so easy, and you can't just get whatever you want.
Inside the box were brown contact lenses. They were the color of mud. Are you kidding me? You think I'm going to wear those?
You have to wear them if you want to continue going to school.
With angry tears, I grabbed the box and ran out of there. It took me a few tries to wear the contacts, but I finally managed, and I hated what I saw staring back at me in the mirror. It wasn't me. At school, I was hoping by some miracle no one would notice, but of course, everyone did.
Why are your eyes suddenly brown? Did your evil spell finally wear off once you got all your wishes?
Everyone's comments made things hard because it felt really embarrassing to say my dad was making me wear brown lenses. I made up some lame excuse about how the doctor had recommended them for an eye condition, but it didn't seem to convince anyone. And suddenly, no one seemed to care about me much. Luckily, a month later, Dad's job caused him to transfer to another state. A fresh start was exactly what I needed. No one in school there would ever know I had blue eyes before. But it was quite strange walking into this new place and not having anyone pay much attention to me. My classmates seemed pleasant enough, but everyone just went off with their groups at lunch. I was sitting outside having lunch under a tree when someone dropped down next to me.
Hello, mind if I join you?
You already have, and I don't mind at all.
Good, because I'm too tired to get up anyway.
Plus, I've been waiting for someone new to show up for ages. All these other girls just talk about boys and makeup, and they think they're from another planet. Or they think I'm from another planet. Her name was Grace, and I warmed up to her instantly. We quickly became close friends, but I just couldn't tell her my stupid secret. A few weeks later, we were sitting on the gym floor, making decorations for an event, when some guys started playing basketball. And suddenly, the ball came flying at me and hit me smack in the face. I opened my eyes, and looking down at me was a gorgeous boy with black hair and the deepest blue eyes ever had. I died and gone to heaven.
Hey, are you okay?
Of course she's not okay, you moron. You could have killed my best friend.
Grace pulled me up, but my knees gave way, and the boy swept me up effortlessly. He carried me to the bleachers and said he'd be back with some water.
Olivia, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I see. Yeah, you aren't fine. And if he has his way, you never will be again.
What do you mean? Just then, the boy returned with a water bottle and knelt beside me.
Really sorry. We should have been more careful.
Oh, don't worry. I don't mind. I mean, it's just a ball, not a rocket. Now that would hurt. I don't know what I'm saying. Maybe I have a concussion, but I'm okay. O-Y-A-K. See? I can still spell. He just smiled at me and ran off to his friends. What a blubbering idiot. I turned to Grace and saw she'd already left. Later that night, I got permission from my parents to stay over at Grace's. So tell me, what do you know about the gym boy?
That's Levi. He's my older brother.
You're what now?
Yeah, I know. Different set of genes. But Olivia, he's a heartbreaker. He changes girlfriends faster than he changes underwear. He knows he's good looking, and he uses it to make girls like him. And then bam, 2 weeks later, some girl is crying in the school bathroom and he's got a new girlfriend.
Really? But he seems sweet.
How would you know? He's my brother, and I'm telling you, he's a jerk.
Is he here, like, right now?
Yeah. But you don't want to talk to him, right? You're here to have a slumber party with me, and I just told you.
He's a jerk. Right. Gotcha.
But I couldn't get Levi off my mind.
Grace messaged me on Monday that she had the flu and wasn't coming to school, and I decided this was a great chance to talk to her brother. On the bus, I was thinking about what I'd say to him when someone sat down next to me.
Sorry, seats in the back are full.
Holy lady luck! It was Levi! But it seemed like he hadn't recognized me and just started reading a book. What you readin'? He turned the cover to me without looking my way. Oh, nice. I've never read that.
Okay, good to know.
Wow, he did seem like a bit of a jerk, but I wasn't giving up yet. If it's good, maybe I'll read it. I'm the girl from the gym, by the way. The one you hit with the basketball.
I know that. I didn't have memory loss. It's just that you're Grace's BFF and she told me to stay away from you.
That's strange. She didn't say anything to me. And why can't we all be friends? Grace was down with some virus and couldn't attend school for 2 weeks, and I ended up spending all my time with Levi. He was gorgeous, but he was also funny and thoughtful, and I just couldn't help liking him. And I had a feeling he liked me too. But when Grace returned, she was furious seeing us together.
So what? You've replaced me with Levi now?
Of course I haven't. You weren't here, and we just started hanging out.
And now you're in love with him, aren't you? Even after what I said? Doesn't take anyone too long to fall in love with Levi. He gets anything he wants.
I was upset that Grace was mad, but I didn't want to give up on Levi either. Later that day, as I was running an errand, I passed by a cafe window and stopped in my tracks. Levi was sitting there with some blonde girl I'd never seen before. He suddenly spotted me, and I started walking away quickly.
Olivia, please stop. It's not what it looks like.
It's none of my business, Levi, so no need to explain. I obviously misread some signs. You should go back to your girlfriend. 2 weeks, and it's time for a new girl. Yeah, just like Grace said.
She said what?
That you're a heartbreaker, and that you change girls faster than clothes, and that I should stay away from you.
Olivia? She made that up. Okay, I went out with her best friend a year ago, but things ended badly between us. She blocked out Grace, too, and moved away. and it broke Grace's heart. In fact, that girl in the cafe is my ex. She's in town and wanted to return some things. You didn't misread any signs. I like you a lot, and I was planning to ask you to the winter dance.
I need to talk to Grace first. Okay. I had a heart-to-heart with Grace, and she admitted that she'd lied about Levi.
I know he's a good guy, but I don't want to lose another friend.
Pinky swear, no matter what happens between me and your brother, we'll stay friends forever. We decided to go shopping together for the winter dance, and I found a beautiful blue dress. As I looked in the dressing room mirror, I suddenly took my contacts out and called Grace.
What happened to your eyes?
I told her all about how I'd get whatever I wanted because of my eyes. So my parents made me cover them up.
That is ridiculous. They can't make you do that.
I know, but maybe it hasn't been the worst thing. I got you and Levi, and it has nothing to do with my eyes. But yeah, I think I just want to be myself now. When I got home, I walked into the lounge where my parents were watching TV.
What have you done?
I'm tired of covering up my real eyes. This is who I am, and I won't hide it anymore. I'm done with your controlling nonsense.
You'll do what I say as long as you live under my roof.
Then maybe I won't live under your roof. I went upstairs to gather my things so I could go stay at Grace's house when suddenly Mom came in.
I need to show you something.
She pulled out contacts from her eyes, and they were the brightest blue, just like mine.
Your dad hated the attention I attracted, and after we got married, he made me cover them up. But you're brave to stand up for yourself, and I don't want to let you down again. I'm leaving with you.
We packed our things and left Dad for good. We checked into a hotel until we could find a place. But for the first time, I saw Mom happy and free. The next day, I put on my blue dress for the dance, and Levi came to pick me up.
Grace told me about your eyes. You look beautiful.
You think so?
Yeah. But no matter what color they are, I'd think that anyway.